Yeah, welcome to Open Topics with Don Armando. I'm your host, Don Armando, and we're talking about the martial arts. This is also a martial arts safe space, so we could actually talk about what's going on in the martial arts world, what are the do's and don'ts. I'm just a student of the martial arts, so and then there's just me and my host, Senpai Pete. So every Wednesday and sometimes Thursday, depending on the schedule, we actually talk about the martial arts, how it helps people, and how it's actually good for the health, and you could actually have a sense of purpose while practicing the martial arts. What's good, Pete?
Well,
Us. How's everything for you today, bro?
staircase, which is why there's a lot of echo.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Yeah. You're
yeah,
echoing.
I'm on my cell phone. I'm trying to finish something here that I'm doing. I can't find the charger to my
All right.
laptop, so I'm gonna have to wait for her to wake up, which is gonna be like around 9:30. So I'm gonna have to be on the phone for a while. Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off the panel for a
Got you.
few minutes, but I'm gonna be in the chat. So I'm gonna be on YouTube in the chat.
Yeah.
And if anything happens to pop up, I'll answer questions from the chat until I get inside the
All
house,
right.
and then I'll be able to, perform normal. Right now, I'm trying to finish what I'm doing here and then get back to reality.
Got you.
How you doing though?
I'm just relaxing, trying to see if I should go to the Bronx um on Sunday, or I'm just gonna go to the Bronx 2 Sundays later. So,
Heard.
it's just a lot of plans. Yeah.
All right. Well, I know this Sunday is I'm gonna go live on my channel. I'm saying 2 Sundays from now. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be doing an
Yeah.
every week edition of Kings and Priests. Not just yet. Not because of
All
lack
right.
of content, because
Got you.
the Bible lacks no content. The Bible is full content for eons and eons and eons. But I'm going through a lot physically and mentally with the family, and I really have to
Got
take
you.
care of my mental health before anything, before I even try to keep moving forward in any kind of ideology. Like I said a month back,
Right.
since I opened the
I
channel,
totally
I
agree.
haven't even went live yet. But since I've opened the channel, I've been in war. I've been under attack from all angles. It's crazy. It is crazy.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I've been under attack ever since I became a content creator. But then it's like
Honestly.
the same persistent lie that they tried to hit me up with, but it's not happening. It's not gelling. You know what I'm saying?
It's wild. But
Yeah.
I'm here. I will be back in the studio maybe in the next 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20, no more than 20.
All right.
Um, I'm still going to be in the
Got you.
YouTube. I'm going to still be in the YouTube chat. So if anything, I'm there.
Yep.
All right. So for now, us.
Us. Yeah, shout out to let's see. Shout out to Scully Ton. Shout out to Panther Walk. Alright. Salute. Oh wow. I would love to go see that movie. Hey, Lizel, how you doing? Oh, I gotta give a special gift for all the people who are actually on the chat right now. All right, let's see. What can I do? For all the people who are actually on. All right, got a blue jacket, Lizel. Oh yeah, and Pat the Walk, you got a jacket also. Yeah, I'm glad that that trash situation in Philly is over. I mean, shoot. I mean, hey, anybody could ask questions. This is what we're here for. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, my area wasn't that serious, but other areas, businesses had to fight off rats. Um, Everybody was just complaining about the mayor, and the mayor, instead of trying to remedy the problem, she just really was focused on her self-image, which to me, I mean, you know, I guess beauty is in the is the eye of the beholder. But the way that she was going around filming and everything like that, she showed that she had an ugly side. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, it was getting serious that people were that even in Center City, all garbage cans was filled up. Nobody was doing nothing. Yeah, trust me, it was. But then again, Philly is like getting to be a little New York City. I mean, in the bad ways because you know it's like to the point, right? That you see like a lot of stuff that you would actually see in the beginning of 2016 New York City when people were just actually straight up wild and out. I mean, you see people that they just that they just doing whatever. They're the law don't really care about certain stuff that much because They're letting everybody just wild out. As long as you just don't go and hit old women or children. But everybody else, like in Center City, they're doing like a lot of New York activities. And I'm not talking about the good activities. So, it's wild though. I ain't gonna front. Yeah, I know. And in Philly, I don't know. I just don't know. I just know there's a Commonwealth state, and I ain't trying to get charged with something twice because that's what they do in Philly. Like, say, God forbid, you do any crime out here, they're gonna charge you 2 times for the same thing. It could be the one time, and then they're gonna go and put you in trial for the second time. So with any retarded system like legal system like that, I just rather just keep by myself. Pretty much. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I would like the background, the artistry to which I actually put was all right. You know that is like anybody who grew up on kung fu movies. The two conflicts were the Shaolin and the Wu Dang. So I would like to ask anybody that there's either a Taoist Kung Fu or Shaolin Kung Fu practitioner, if they know if there was actually any conflicts that happened between Shaolin and Wu Dang, or it was just or it's just a figment of the imagination or Wu Xia. That's what I want to know. All right, I'm still here. What's good?
Peace.
Peace.
Hey.
Yeah.
Brother Pete, he said he was just figured I'd jump in and say what up real quick before I head
Oh,
out.
yeah. Pete's right here. How you doing, Jermaine? I think
Us.
we.
What's going on, brother?
I
How
think.
you?
I think we spoke before, right?
I
Brother
doubt it.
Armando,
This is my first time
please.
on here. Like I said, my man Pete asked me a question and I said what up, then he gave me the link, so I jumped in real quick before I had to run out. So
Brother
Yeah.
Armando, do me a favor, lower the music real quick.
Oh yeah, of course, got you. Shoot.
Petey, it's good, brother.
First of all, good evening once again,
Good
ladies and
evening.
gentlemen. I want to welcome at this time a man that is not, I don't only just consider a friend, but a brother, close relative. I feel like we have the same blood. It is martial arts. Um, my brother Blur, um,
Peace, brother.
cariñosamente Blur, what we call it in Spanish, with a lot of affection, my brother Blur.
Yep.
My brother, I'm happy to have
Us.
you here tonight, man.
Man, it's good to see you, man. It's good to hear from you, brother. I ain't seen you in a while, man. How
I
you been?
mean, if you want to see me, I'm right here.
My brother, how you been, bro?
Right,
Yeah, I'm here.
Mhm.
in full effect, man. Wifey's 7 months pregnant, and we're
Congrats.
going through the
Yeah,
growing
congrats.
pains.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Normally, I'm on my laptop and I'm shaved up and stuff, but I can't find the charger to my laptop, and I couldn't find my shaver as well. I wonder.
Hmm.
I wonder if the same cat took both.
Dag.
It sounds wild.
But all is well.
Yeah.
So my brother Armando, who is one of my brothers from San Pedro Macorís, Dominican Republic,
Us.
we bumped into each other a couple of years ago, and it was like a family thing, and we started
Yes.
doing. He has this radio show, and for the
Okay.
past year, I've been co-hosting every Wednesday. A
Hmm.
martial arts edition. I talk about Kyokushin, I talk about Sado, I talk about what I know and what I've learned in the military and all that. So having you here on the show, you being a kung fu person, is the balance of two branches, one tree. And me
Mm-hmm.
knowing you for so long and the respect that I have for you, it's more than a blessing having you here tonight. He was thinking about if there had ever been a conflict between Shaolin and Wudang. And the first person I thought of, you know who I'm gonna ask? I went straight to you.
Ah,
Yeah.
I didn't look on Google. I didn't look on Bing. I didn't look on Duck. Nah. First person I thought was, I'm gonna ask Blur. Because he would know.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just a different of thought processes. It's not really a beef, really. It's more of a difference of thought process. Shaolin is Buddhist teachings, and Wudong is more Taoist,
Right.
Um,
which is pretty much the same thing, but the Buddhists are more devout, kind of like the difference between Amish Catholics and regular Catholics. You know what I'm saying?
wow,
Kind
that
of like
part.
that.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
that part.
saying? So
The
like the
Tao
Buddhists are more
versus Buddhism. Yeah.
the Buddhists are more like the Shaolin Buddhists. They're more like just minimalists. They live in a temple.
Everything is what you
Just
have here.
yeah, yeah. And
The,
so
the way of the
the
Tao is
Wudong are
more.
more. The Wudong is more. They're like elitists. They worked for the government at
All
times.
right. Okay.
So this is where the whole idea for
Politics.
Shaolin versus that's where the whole idea of Shaolin versus Wu Tang comes from. The whole movie it was just the Wu Tang represent government officials. If you watched the movie, not Gordon, the other guy from Gordon Liu's character, he was the Wu Tang, or which is the Wudong. He was just trained by elite masters who had more money, things of like that. While Gordon Liu's character was trained on the temple with next
Hmm.
to nothing. So when you meet each other, the goal was to create. And if you pay attention to the movie, the goal was to create a fake beef. They never had beef.
All right.
It's just again the government versus the people. But deep down, the love for the martial art is always going to overall win everything. You know what I'm
So
saying?
I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna break that down into lame term, but for people that are like very civilist and very patriotic, what we're talking about in martial arts world to a USA story is like the difference between what a military man is and what a policeman is.
All
Okay,
right.
a
Yeah.
military man is devout to what he does, and it's not. He doesn't snap. He takes action. There's a difference. He's
All
trained
right.
to do that and stay calm. A police will snap and break law because he's just a man trained to uphold the law, not help society or any civilians. Just uphold the law. He goes to sleep, not thinking about that, but wakes up to go punch a clock. There's a difference.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah, and if you view it in those terms, yes. Like the Wudong were more part of the government system. They were more down with the dynasty. They were part of the Ming dynasty, part of the dynasty. While Shaolin was always just they're out to themselves, and
All right.
they represent just the piece of training for body, soul, not to be part of an army, anything or any of that portions.
So
Right.
almost to say like they in themselves they are the temple. They were the temple. Like you couldn't find a
Yeah,
Shaolin monk of any kind to snatch him off the temple to make him put him to work anything because his life was
yeah,
devoted to nothing but the 36 chambers. Like I'm here and that's it.
yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much. That's kind of actually how. Like, I got a funny story. Like, cause my Sifu, she was one of the people that helped the monks that came to New York come over here because they weren't supposed to leave China. So when they came to start the temple that's in the city,
Mm-hmm.
my Sifu was one of the people that was helping them. And the crazy part is that they had never seen that many female Sifu, so it was so new to them. It was foreign. They were like, "What is going on here?" And some of them got caught up in the New York life, bro. It's like New
Yeah.
York changed, but and even Si Young Ming, but I met, which I met recently. I met Si Young Ming recently, and with RZA, and it was actually rather cool. You know what I'm saying, to see him in that. But he became part of, he's part of New York life, but he still kept to his Shaolin roots. Like it didn't work out too well for him. He had to go back to his roots. Like New York was not it though. So
Yeah.
hence why he built his own temple on over there on Delancey,
Right.
just
Ah,
bringing it back to his roots. But he's still here in New York. But
Mm-hmm.
and he stays close to RZA. RZA considers him to be like his guru. So his spiritual guru. As much you would think RZA would be practicing kung fu more often, but he's more of a spiritual thing for him.
correct.
Got you.
Yeah.
So give me one second. Okay. Um,
So
nah, she's up and she's ready to start getting ready to go to work and stuff. So I just heard her come out of nowhere like, "Oh, that was the charge nurse. She wants to know if I'm coming in tonight." I'm like, "Only you can answer that question." Like a wise man once told me, "Only you can answer that question."
you already know.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yo,
brothers, what
I
do y'all
miss
talk
you,
about
Blur.
in here? What's going on?
Get it. I only see you when I'm in a car and it's like,
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I
Because
only see this brother, That's it. I don't get to
yeah.
give my brother a hug. I don't get to give him a proper us. It has to be viral. Everything's viral now, you know? That's modern
Yeah.
times, right?
I know, right? It's
Not for
like,
me, man. Look, I train kung fu often every day. My schedule's up. If anybody want to find me, that's where I'm at, bro.
I
I
already
can't.
know, man.
That's where my mind is at.
I already know. Once you
That's
devote
pretty
yourself
much
to
where I've been
something,
the last.
listen, I met this man while we were working the bounce houses, all right?
all
This man
right.
told me one day he came out the blue and said, "Yo, Pete." And I said, "What's up?" "I'm going to become a teacher." I said, "What?" He said, "Watch." I said, "I'm going to watch." I bump into him again in life. First thing he tells me
Mm-hmm.
is, "Yo, what up, bro? I'm a teacher now." I said,
Wow.
"Yeah, boy, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about."
That's what's up.
Next thing you know, I'm like, "Oh, he's shifuing too." I'm
Mm-hmm.
proud of this man. I'm
That's
more
what's
than
up.
blessed to say this man is my brother. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's wow. That's crazy.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Proud of you,
Appreciate you.
brother. Very, very, very devoted. Very. I would never say self-centered, but very centered in life. Very centered and focused in what you do. You
Mm-hmm.
know, kind of like the comment I said when you were practicing with the blades. You know, very smooth but sharp transition when you were going from weapon to empty hand on both ends. This way,
Yeah.
when you're coming back in, and I was like, that's very smooth. Some people would
Yeah.
fail doing that and end up cutting themselves. So smooth, like if he didn't have the blades at all.
Yeah.
That was very good, man. I like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I tell people, I've told
Mm-hmm.
people a while ago. I was like, I don't. What I've done, I'd rather just smooth and flexibility of motion is way more important than being strength and powerful to me. This it's like
Yeah.
in a real combat situation, I believe having flow of movement and calmness of brain is always gonna help you win, and you're gonna come out on top in
Mm-hmm.
that situation.
Yeah, because at that moment
Yeah.
it's muscle memory and it's just going to be speed. The body knows what to do at speed because you've already practiced it so many times, as opposed to just how the difference of someone coming out bulky. You know what I mean? When coming out with trying to come out with a hard hit, all that is telegraphed. We see that from a mile away. You can get smacked
Mhm.
like 7 times before you land that punch. You know what I'm saying? Because we can
Mm-hmm.
see it. It's too bulky. You're telegraphing. That person
Yeah,
comes telegraphing. Our mind
Yep.
is trained to do what is already sharp to us. Bam, 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 bam. Like it's
yeah.
so easy, and it's just so
Slow.
smooth. The flow is so smooth that by the time it hits, they don't even know what hit them, and
Yep.
they're still
Slow.
over here trying to rock this punch.
Slow
Like
is
what
smooth.
happened? I don't know what
Smooth is
happened.
fast. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast, bro. And that's that simple. It's always that
That's
simple to
it.
me. It's
That's
like
it.
you already know my favorite shit is Tai Chi. I do Tai Chi quite often. Just and when I start getting back to the fast stuff, it makes it so much smoother because seeing those transitions from the Tai Chi mind, you're like, oh, it's all the
Yeah.
same movements. It's just I'm forced to pay attention to each pivoting of weight, shifting of my hand when you're doing Tai Chi, and then you take that same understanding back to the Shaolin stuff, to my Tiger Claw stuff, and I'm like, ah, your whole body starts to just move different. It's pretty cool. It's super cool,
Yep.
actually.
What I've been doing per se, like at my end, because obviously
I'm,
besides Kyokushin, that's karate. I do other things that I was able to see or learn, but things that I never went to the dojo for, I don't necessarily say that I have under my belt. I only say that I have under my belt what I went at the dojo and sweated for. But there's certain things that
mm-hmm.
when it comes to kata forms and stuff like
I
that,
understand that.
that it's just
Mm-hmm.
using it with a weapon. It doesn't matter which kata you're using.
Yep.
Just using it with a weapon and having an open mind of what you're doing at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you're doing, everything should translate from empty hand to weapon in a split of a second if needed, when needed. There shouldn't be any uh, um how people say extra calculation or set of setbacks. If you really need to do something at the moment, it's gonna come out the way it should. But I've noticed that
Yes.
most kata practices, most formats, more things that the more I see how things are done, the more I translate it to what it would be to have maybe just a baton stick, a rattan stick, baton or rattan difference, the thickness doesn't matter. Um, you know what I'm saying? Something simple. It's so interesting how these things just come to fruition just because you know how
Mm-hmm.
to flow empty handed.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Connection.
Yeah, I hear you.
We here?
Yeah.
But enough about me. Everyone knows me on this show. Let's talk about you, brother. How you doing? What are you doing right now as far as training? And if you're instructing, what syllabuses are you instructing at the moment?
I'm closer.
That's interesting. All right.
Yep. Oh,
Yo.
yeah, I think his connection blew
I
up.
mean, he's yeah.
All right, that happens.
Yeah, it does.
We still laugh at that day how, Kokolo came up here saying, "Yo, what's up, man? Why he keep kicking me out?" And then 2 minutes later, 2 minutes later, boom,
I
you
got
get
kicked
kicked
out.
out. And he's like,
I
"Wait,
know,
what
right?
happened?" I said, "It just goes to show you, ain't nobody kicking you out. People get kicked out from the show all the time.
Yeah.
That just happens that way. Don't feel no type of way. Trust me, if we wanted to tell
Exactly.
you something, we'd tell you to your face because we're really from San Pedro like that. We don't
Pretty
hide
much.
nothing. We don't got nothing
Exactly.
to hide. It's like if I gotta tell you something, you might not like it, but I'm definitely telling you
Yep.
because ain't no one else gonna tell you.
Yep.
I ain't gonna send the next man to do my job. That's me. If I feel like something
Yep.
and I feel like telling you something, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not gonna
All right.
send that story to the next person and count on them to tell you because only God knows what may happen through that telephone.
Right.
You know how it is, bro. Siempre cambian la historia. The story's one thing and then it turns into another.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy the things that be happening over here.
Yeah, man.
I am I am currently doing exercise at home again,
I hear you.
which is a sign of two things. One, I it's not that I'm feeling less pain. It's more of as much as I do feel the pain, I don't feel it as often, if that makes sense. So
Right.
I don't feel those sharp pains in my leg that my leg is on fire. Oh, my toes are tingling. I don't feel that all the time, but I do feel that, and it is uncomfortable. But it doesn't happen
Definitely.
all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
I already know that when I wake up in the morning, I have to heat my body up a little bit for like a good 2-3 minutes before I could even start moving, so that my back doesn't hurt. But I got that now, so no longer is it a problem because I get the concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
then, um, since I know my leg's not going to hurt for maybe the next 10 or 20 minutes or whatever the case is, then I come
Mm-hmm.
to the living room where there's no more space at, and I do my stretches, my arms, stretch forward to the middle,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
down, round, back in. You know what I'm saying? Then
Yep.
I start stretching my legs. I start doing knee ups. You would figure that someone that hurt their disc shouldn't be lifting their knees as high as I should, as high as I do. But
Right.
you'll be surprised. So
Exactly. Yo, one of the guys that I'm gonna give a shout out to that he's actually watching right now. Shout out to my homie Aggressive Defiance
yo, yo,
and
yo,
Tevidaste on Instagram. So I had to
te
give
virate.
anybody who's exactly.
Vamos tranquilo aquí. We here, brother. Hagan
Exactly.
preguntas, que estamos aquí. Nosotros sabemos hablar español
Yep.
también. Hagan preguntas. You know what I'm saying?
Sí,
Send your
hagan
questions
preguntas,
in.
tú sabes.
Yeah, send your questions in. We speak Spanish and English. Manden su pregunta. Nosotros hablamos inglés y español aquí. Sin ningún problema. Estamos aquí para ustedes. There you go. So he sent me a message through Messenger and said that he lost connection, which I know because it's StreamYard.
Yeah.
Everybody loses connection, even the host. Um, this is hilarious, but it is what it is, and we're happy that they're letting us do what we do. You know what I'm saying, and give a little time to promote the martial arts, and a little time to promote San Pedro, a little time to promote some good cultural vibes. One thing I like about this show, no matter which edition it is, what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how long I've been coming on to the show, this show has never talked about garbage. We never talk about
Pretty much.
basura. That's not our thing. And that's something that
Mm-mm.
because we both from San Pedro, we like that. You know what I'm saying? I be
Right.
looking at other shows and I see how they be wasting time talking garbage. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? But I'll be like, yo, really? Did they just talk 45 minutes of one damia right now? Nothing? Yeah,
I
and
know, right?
they make it seem like it was like, wow, the biggest thing ever. I'm like, y'all just talked about eggshells. How's that exciting?
No, 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 but it'll be like you got dudes, right? That they talk about like a whole bunch of basura about people that they don't know about, right?
Oh, that's work.
So, nah, it's funny, right? Like there used to be like a whole bunch of racist channels, talking about how they didn't like blacks, well, they didn't like Afro Hispanics. Oh, Rogie,
Who's that?
Rogie,
Who's that, Mama? Who's that?
Rogie,
Right here,
Rogie,
right here.
Rogie,
Who's that?
Rogie, Rogie. I'm a sucker for dogs.
Oh,
Rogie.
oh, oh, she's giving you paw.
Yeah, I know. Rogie.
Say hi, Aru.
Roo. Rogie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the doggo.
pretty much.
Doggo Rama.
Yep.
I'm gonna give Joey his 15 seconds of fame carrying the dog like a little puppy. Look, it's a
Hmm.
donkey skunk. Hey, look how big this dog is. He just carries that
Yep.
dog like a puppy, like nothing. She's happy. She loves it.
Ah, that's nice.
Did somebody order a donkey skunk? Word, bro. Dog is. She's not a tank just yet because we're not training her to be a tank. We just want her to be a naturally strong husky. But,
Right.
bro, I've seen huskies that they look like they're ready to go to the military. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, but if like say if we ever get another snowstorm, you better get them sleds up.
And she ain't sledding nothing, bro. She ain't even sledding herself.
Oh wow.
She loves snow, but she loves snow to the point where she will just jump in it and that's it. She don't do no snow running. She don't do no
Oh
snow
wow.
running. She do snow chilling.
Mhm.
She'll start doing snow angels before she starts doing no sledding on the snow.
Right.
Now she sees us sledding, she might jump into the sled. That's different, but she ain't gonna
Uh-huh.
know. She ain't gonna nah. She's not one of those.
Gotcha. Me and the wife, we were talking about that. I was like, you know what? I think we might have to get some Alaskan Huskies. It was like, why? Because I'm seeing that there's a lot of people that shut down during the snowstorm. I just want to see if I could ride some huskies all the way to New York.
I mean, sheesh. You wouldn't know unless you tried, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Word. I'll tell you though, if it's real huskies that are actually trained for that, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? If you had 8 or 10 of those from
Yeah.
PA to New York, it'd probably be like 3 or 4 hours.
I mean, yeah.
Word. You know, that's
Because I
that's on
mean,
husky. That's on husky power. If you had 6 or 8 horses, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It'd probably be like 2 hours. This is why in a car it's basically an hour and change, unless there's a lot of traffic, which is
yeah,
always.
yeah. Because it's like 2 hours whenever I take a bus from PA to New York. It's always 2 hours, but then it's like when it's a train, it's like an hour and change. That's it.
And that's because the trains go on the long route.
Mm, yeah. I was like, the first time that I was like, okay, I'm gonna get like something to act. I was actually gonna get the like my theme song and everything like that because when I was back living in my old place, right, like everybody, they used to go and they used to go and blast a whole bunch of music. So I always had to go and mute. And then when I had to go and mute, that was so cumbersome because I'm like, okay, I gotta mute, I gotta do all this stuff in order so I won't get a copyright strike. So now that I have like some of my own themes and such, I guess I don't really have that much unless if I'm gonna play a video of of another artist and such. So I have to go and try to see, okay, if I personally know the artist, I mean for Historias Urbanas, that okay, like can I play a joint? Because I do not want no copy strikes on my YouTube. So, that's a hassle at times. Yeah, I see you back.
I'm gonna call that a steamy. That was a StreamYard disconnect. I'm gonna call
Yep.
that one a streamy. What happened?
Hmm.
I caught a streamy.
Yeah, pretty much. Ah, another streamy again. Yeah.
Shout out to the stream. Shout out to the stream. Shout out to the
Yep.
stream.
Yeah. So shout out to Biggie Fat Ass F. Okay. So salute to you. And
Yep.
yep. Oh, okay. All right. Hmm.
So any questions popped up between here and then?
Nah, not that much. It's just that the cat's just running back and forth like that. Shoot. I mean, for some reason, I don't know what it is with cats, but it's like a new thing lately. Whenever me and my wife we cook or something, she always want our food. I'm like,
Yep.
I know we give her food. I know she's all right and stuff, but whenever it's like for some reason, as of lately, this been going on for like at least 2 weeks. She just want our food. She don't care if it's fish, if it's chicken, if it's cheese. She just wants it. I was like, Dad, the way she be acting, the way that she'll be acting is like we don't feed her, but she just want our food.
That's
I
how
was like,
Rogue be
Dad.
acting. That's
Hmm.
how the dog be acting. The dog could have food, her bowl full of
Yeah.
food, and she'll still go scavenging around the house. I'm like, what are you doing? I wish
Yeah.
I could understand what she's saying in her mind. I'm a husky. I'm a hunter. I'm like, okay, but sheesh,
Yeah.
scavenging for food when you got a whole bowl full of food there.
Yeah.
Could imagine the dog saying in her head, "I want flavor."
I think that's what my own cat wants too. So I'm thinking that with the original food we give her, I think we have to give her some wet food. Me and the wife, we was actually talking about that. So I think we might have to invest in some wet food soon. So therefore, you know, she won't be getting hungry every time my wife cooks.
Right.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
Yep.
All right. So the bro told me that he had a studio meeting with a client. You know, he's a
All right.
producer. He makes beats as well.
Oh, that's what's up.
Very Yeah, the man is multi-talented, brother. He's very versatile with the music.
Hmm.
Um, he told me to put it on the calendar for next Wednesday at 9, so he's
All
definitely
right.
gonna pull up.
That's what's up. But at least he gave us some, insight about Shaolin and Wudang. So,
Yeah, definitely,
yeah.
definitely. Something that I per se didn't really know. I didn't know exactly why there was a difference. I only knew that you know the concept of how the movements are were very similar.
Hmm.
As opposed to finding out that Taekwondo and karate is the same thing. It's like, wait, what? As opposed to finding that out, this is actually something that the difference is that one obviously was more devoted and centered, templist, if you will, more temple-ish, and the
Yep.
other ones were more about government, and stuff like that. So that's cool to, hear from someone that, practices Kung Fu. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's people that have done this their whole life. So,
Exactly.
so, I'm looking forward to having that brother pull up next week. And, this time we'll have Kung Fu questions. You know what I'm saying? As
Exactly.
opposed to most of the times it's karate questions.
Yeah. So what I think I'm gonna do to prepare for that is I'm just gonna I'm just gonna write out the questions, so it could be more engaging and everything like that. So I could buy. All right. So because I still have a lot of questions because I never been to China and I never really been to a Qum. So I have a
Copy
lot of
that.
questions. Yeah.
Copy that. And it's good
Hmm.
to have a lot of questions because it shows the in general concern of not just one seeking knowledge, but of one caring about something. I'm saying you
Exactly.
care to understand what's going on with the martial arts. That shows devotion. You know what I'm saying? That shows, not just want of need, but want of understand. Open your mind to deeper knowledge of what's going on in your surrounding.
Hmm.
That's it, man. Everything is perfection of oneself, creation. It just keeps going on and on. You
Yep.
keep perfecting yourself in certain ways, and this per se, like you keep creating on yourself. You keep
Yep.
creating, something new if needed be. We don't necessarily have to change our characters and personalities, but it's always good to have a a new perspective of how to speak to people, a good perspective of how to confront certain things when they occur. You know, to not just jump the gun and toss the barrel like Donkey Kong, how I used to be.
Yeah,
So,
I used to be like that too.
oh my gosh, bro, too wild, man. My uncle used to just look at me like, Pedrito, pero qué? Man, I don't know, man. It just happened that way. ¿Cómo que
I mean,
happened that
shoot.
way?
I mean,
Hell,
it was like to the point that some people that knew me, I guess when I was in those days and everything like that, they was like, "Yo, you being with your lady changed you a lot." I was like, "Yeah." Now you're more peaceful right now. I was like, I never really recognized that.
I mean, I'm gonna put it in terms and just keep it martial arts. Sometimes it's
Yeah,
harder for the warrior to recognize that he's no longer at war, that he's finally found peace.
right,
So
pretty
it's
much.
the only way you get a grip of it is when someone brings it up to you, like, oh, listen, you're calmer now. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah,
am. I thought,
yeah,
oh wow, you're right.
hmm
By golly, good friend, I think you're right.
yeah, pretty much.
You don't say.
Hmm
Word. It's like, oh man,
Yep,
yeah, man.
yep.
So, without further ado,
Mm.
unless we're not doing no spoilers.
All right. So what was the story? I mean, what was the synopsis of the Karate Kid? So
All
to
right.
say.
So in brief, you know what I'm saying? Because if I give a largometraje situation about it, it's gonna be the whole story, and I don't want
Got
to do
you.
that because I don't want to spoil it for no one.
I hear you.
So in brief, we start in one place. We start in one part of the world, and we see all these kids practicing kung fu, and it's real cool. And then there's this one kid. The mom has to move to a different area and location, so bringing the son with him. Of course, he didn't want to go, but you know, who are we to overrule our parents, right?
Right.
So he ends up in New York, and now a series of circumstances and situations happen, and he's kind of you know forced back into the game where he promised his mom that he wouldn't.
Got you.
Situations change, and his shifu pulls up and tries to give him some recalibrating training. You know what I'm saying, to put him back up to date or whatever, and then says, "Hey, I have a good idea. How about I get this guy to train you so he can teach you the Miyagi way?" And then of course, like always, there's a final countdown to a battle, and then that's the end of the story. Great
Got
movie though. Great movie. Needed more screen time just to give it more fill.
you. Right.
It needed more screen time. Like there was a lot of off-screen stuff that happened that if you're not sharp, if you're not one of these people that when you look at the movie, you're actually looking at the movie,
Yeah.
you're gonna miss it. If you're one of these people that when you're looking at a movie, you deviate and look at other things for a minute or two, you missed it.
Got
Right?
you.
There are a lot of Easter eggs, and there are a lot of um, cultural background karate things in the background to give you that sense of that this is a Karate Kid movie, and it's gonna be about that.
Got you.
But yeah, the movie was good, man. The movie was good for sure.
Hmm
I will easily give it a 8 out of 10. Easy.
Mm. Yeah, because me and the wife, we really wanted to see that.
It's man, it's worth seeing. For sure, for sure.
Mm.
For sure, for sure.
Yep. So it looks like that a fight is about to come up.
Okay.
So, well, it's not really a fight, but it's between Hocus 4/5 and Cuban Link. So within that boxing match, I want to see like, okay, I know for a fact that Cuban got hands. I don't know. I don't know, even though that me and Hocus 4/5 used to live like near each other. I only met him like one time in Harlem, like around 2015. But I've met Cuban several times. So that will be a good. I think it will be a good match, to tell you the truth. Hope it's better than
Okay.
the Tyson and Paul fight. That's all I gotta say.
Oh man, I got no comment on that, man. That was it was too overwhelmingly um well, what's the word I'm looking for? Discouragement.
I mean, I knew it was gonna be discouragement. I'm gonna tell you why, right? I mean, I knew that something was up because that I don't know if anybody experienced this, but when I saw the fight on Netflix, right? Because I'm a paid subscriber, because I paid and I subscribe to Netflix from 2016 and onwards, right? Like in Netflix, they had like a glitch and everything like that, and it was like certain times that certain frames froze, so you couldn't really see like the entirety of the fight sometimes.
Netflix's comeback for that was that wasn't a Netflix studio stadium. That they had a different studio company record that fight, blase blase, and I'm like, that's funny that they didn't really record that themselves. If they would have, it would have been different. I'm like, I bet because y'all do movies and stuff.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it was like their first try, to be honest. You get what I'm trying to say? Because I could say the second fight that they did, with the Puerto Rican and the
Yeah,
Irish boxer, it was way better than the Tyson and Paul fight. I'm
yeah,
I'm
I
just
bet,
gonna put it out there. Yeah.
I bet.
Hmm. There was no glitches or anything like that. So I was like, wow, they really improved.
Yeah, on that one, they made sure to record it themselves.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're doing it ourselves this time. This one's really gonna be Netflix.
Yep. Pretty much.
Rogie, Rogue, what are you doing, dog?
So I'm trying to find and rob some food. No, just
She sure is. She sure is. She sure was. She sure
yeah.
was. My teenager just came out of her room, and as soon as she
Uh,
saw him come out of her room, she tried to run up in there to go eat some cat food. I'm looking right at you, Rogue. Don't go over there. I'm looking at you. Come here. Bring your
Yo.
donkey skunk over here. There you go. Yeah, she's here next to me now. Sit. Sit your bobsleighing butt down. She loves the snow. Loves it. But will not necessarily run like crazy in it. She just wants to lay
Yeah,
down in it like if it's a bed. Look at this white bed.
right.
Look at this cold white bed.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, brother. So yeah, Karate Kid, go see that.
I will.
For real. That's definitely much more anticipated must see than the first go around. You know,
Mhm.
with the Smithelines, those people. I don't know what's going on with those people, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay away from that topic and keep on rolling.
Yeah. Shout out to MG, the mastermind,
All
on
right,
Instagram.
out.
So yep.
Yeah, all my people watching from Instagram, remember to, pull up to the YouTube video, hit that like, leave a comment. If you have any martial arts questions, man, please feel free to ask them. Interact with us. We'll interact with you. I'm saying,
Yep.
y'all don't understand that y'all make the show. Yeah,
Exactly.
we're here, but y'all make the show.
Yep.
So feel free to drop a question and let us investigate for you if we don't know. You understand? Basically,
Exactly.
because that was a good question about the Shaolin and Wudang, and I immediately thought about the bro. Immediately, I said, you
Yep.
know what? This brother's going to be able to answer that for me, and he just happened to be available for a few minutes to pull up.
Yep.
And that was much appreciated.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know, but you know that they have like this guy from Consuelo, right? So they have like this how should I say? They have like the AI that they'll try to put curse words into like actual names. You get what I'm trying to say?
See,
But the thing is though, you will not catch it until like, oh crap. So I was like, so it's actually in somewhat form funny when they actually do it like that. I guess in that sequence. But then
yeah,
you just don't know it until it's like too late. I was like, wow, I see what they did. They didn't know about it, but
right. That's crazy.
yeah, man.
I remember back in the days growing up, we had artists that they used to sing double pun things.
Yeah,
Blasturang was definitely you know very crafty with the double puns and the slur words. That the words would sound like one thing and they were actually another. I'm like, wow, that's just wild.
yeah, yeah. Like my mom always used to tell me that back in the Trujillo era when she was growing up, that the Dominican public was very strict on music, on what music
Right,
you could actually do.
right.
Yep.
And this is why I was talking about the other day about the blacklist. Where they
Yep.
would blacklist songs and forget about it.
Yeah. But then some of the blacklisted artists, they may not have to they may not perform like up in the Dominican Republic per se, but you know, some of them they just find fame internationally. Like I heard that was like the same story with Alberto Beltran, that he
Right.
left Dominican Republic like in 1937, spent a few years in Cuba. You know, he did his thing or whatsoever, but he found international fame like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's that's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, I still have the question on the top of my head, like, he got disconnected right when I was gonna ask what I asked, and it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
now I want to know. I want to know. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Due time, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know next week, 9 o'clock, he will be on, God willing, and I'm going to re-ask him that question and see what see what he might drop. You know.
Right.
So once again, guys, if you're tuning in, if you have any questions, any martial arts questions, please feel free to ask them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I'm live on YouTube, Instagram, and on Kick. Finally, after I found how to actually get it on Kick to do this live stream. So
nice.
yes.
Multiple angles is the best way of attack because it
Yep.
provides attack, defense, and that's it. That's basically it.
Yep.
All right. Let me see what I'm doing over here. See if I could.
Matter of fact, there's a clip that I've seen on, I don't know, but you know, it shows when the martial arts goes wrong. So
Stuff like that.
yeah. All right.
Well, when you look at that, I got a twin.
Yeah, I know, right? That happens with me
Hello.
too.
Well, won't you look at that? I got a twin. Good evening once again, ladies and
I know,
gentlemen.
right?
This is your co-host, Renshi PK. I am
Mm-hmm.
the channel known as Kings and Priests, Revelations 5:10. And
Yep.
today we spoke about a few different things, but most of all, we had a, a surprise guest, Kung Fu Master pull up, which was very refreshing. You know what I'm saying? This is someone that I know personally, and I haven't seen
A surprise
them.
guest.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a while, and it was pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. He will be back next
Yep.
week, and we will do what we do: get involved and
Mm-hmm.
try to get deeper into the concepts of what one may know. Try to share concepts. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying, and grow from that because that's what
Let's
real
see.
construction people do. Saying we put our blueprints together and we make a bigger building with the same materials that we already had because everybody's putting in. Saying, and that's the difference. When someone could bring a blueprint to the table and have just enough to cover the materials, but then someone else needs to come and be able to have enough to cover for the workers to work, because nobody's going to work for free and wait for the building to be sold and then get paid. Like, that's not going to happen. So, since everything is a chain of command somehow, some way, everything is some form of linkage, from high to low and right back up to high again. You know, it's nice to be able to have certain people, that are around to be able to just, fill in that gap of information of what's going on or the ins and outs of something, which is why I'm very happy that, that he pulled up and he explained what he knows in concepts of what we were talking about, with the Wudan and the Shaolin. It's not easy. It's not easy trying to figure out something that you just can't understand, because if you have no understanding of something, how are you going to figure it out? It's not that simple. But like I said, we came up with a question, able to find somebody real quick that was able to answer it, before, going to Google to find out, or, before going to a search engine, we were able to find someone to just come to the panel and easily, explain that, and that's nice. That's a nice thing to happen. Doesn't happen often. It's a nice thing to happen. When the show blows up, and I know it will, I'm saying we're gonna be calling messages from all around America, all around the world. Now, what time is it where you at? Oh, it's this time. All right, what you gotta say? It's about this, like that. Yeah, let's do that. So, but yeah. So I'm on the laptop, which is pretty cool, because now my phone is free, and if someone needs to contact me for whatever reason, my phone is on. All right. Let's see something here. All right. So someone asked a question via WhatsApp, and the question was, what's the difference between a fast
Yeah,
punch and a
yeah.
slow
I had to
punch?
mute myself. Yeah, I had to mute myself.
Yeah,
Got you. I had to mute myself
that's
because they were blasting a whole bunch of music, and it was like I don't even
wow.
call that music.
They were blasting a whole bunch of basura
Yeah, that's how you know.
remix. A ellos les gustan la
Imagine,
basura.
yeah. It's sad when it's American rap that they blast in the basura, right? But it's
That's
even more
crazy.
sadder when it's some Spanish basura.
Oh no.
I'm like, really?
A ellos les gusta toda esa basura. I don't like basura, man. We don't
Yeah.
like basura. No, we don't like basura. We don't like basura anymore. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see. All right. So we're gonna show a clip. So I'm just gonna do the prepping.
Fair use, fair
Fair
use.
use, fair use, fair use. Yeah. Don't do that. Mm.
But the fight turned around right at the start. In the first round, Peter's heavy punches, like pile drivers, broke
This is when martial arts
through
goes
Hari's
wrong.
defense, making the young star stagger like a drum. As the fight went on, the Moroccan, he used dirty all in vain. Looking at his already exhausted opponent, Peter decided to help him restore the factory settings.
That was a bad John, how they say here in Philadelphia. Right. Hold up. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk the nurse downstairs. I will be right back.
Yeah. Got you. All right. Fair use. Yeah, you can't be a dirty fighter at times, so I guess this is what it is. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Just look at this scoundrel. He shamelessly exploited his opponent's respect to launch a cheap shot. Such dishonorable tactics deserve a lifetime ban. Faiga Opelu, a fighter notorious for his dirty tricks.
Yeah.
From the start, he flaunted his arrogance.
Wow.
Then, during a clinch, he struck
Yeah.
again.
Dirty trick. I like the sound
Lucas
effects, though. I ain't
protested
gonna front.
repeatedly, but the referee, who might as well be Opelu's relative, clearly favored the rogue. Lucas had to settle the score himself.
Wow. Yeah, you got to.
When the next round began, Lucas held nothing back. He weathered
Dad.
every attack, pinning Opelu in the corner. As his foe weakened, Lucas knew payback time had come.
Yeah, karma is a bad thing when you're in the ring. Let's see what else.
Just look at this scoundrel.
Because sometimes, on Facebook, they'll be having a lot of fighters that receive their karma. Well, we're going to be looking at Karate Indonesia. Fair use, fair use. Okay. Shifu Chimex. All right. Wow, flexibility.
Be a sun-kissed land, stand Shifu Chimex selection so grand. In the heart of night, should be a sun land, stand Shifu Chimex selection so grand.
No, that's time right there. Well, Well, I guess that's how they get down in Indonesia. Mm. Yep. All right. Yeah, for all my Dominicans, you're gonna laugh at this. Well, yeah, for all my Dominicans, you're gonna laugh at the name of this martial arts, but it's an actual martial arts that comes from Singapore. It's called Singa Fist. Oh, that sounds wrong, but still, fair use, fair use. And I guess this is what it is from Singapore, of course. We have Single Fist. Okay, let's see. All right. Yep. Hmm. Taekwondo. Wow, so it's a hybrid martial arts. Karate. I wonder what style. Northern Shaolin Kung Fu. Shout out to Shifu George. Judo. Hmm. And Southern Shaolin Kung Fu. Interesting. So certain people want to know if and Aikido. Interesting. And Silabam. I never heard of that martial art, but I'll actually go and explore it. For use, the next joint we're gonna actually show is Silabam. Something I never heard before. All right. So, Zosinambam, okay. So, fair use is a martial art that originated in Tamil Nadu. Okay. No, that boy got skills. Fair use, fair use. Yeah, I do not hold the copyright shit. Fair use. Okay. Yep. Fair use. But it looks like that martial arts is impressive. Ceiling bam, all right. Hmm. Yeah, so It was good, Pete.
So live from outside, us. We are walking in the community amongst the people, and there's nobody out there. So interesting.
Yep.
About to do something we haven't done yet.
All right.
About to stop a random person and ask them what they think about martial arts and if they ever studied martial arts.
You know what? That's good.
Why not? Let's see. Reaching the corner. There's a few people here. Let's see who I'm gonna choose at random. So I'm live on YouTube. You're not on the camera, but I am. All right. Just a quick question. Have you ever studied martial arts? If you did, can you tell me what you studied? And if you didn't, what would you like to study? Jiu-jitsu. What do you like about jiu-jitsu?
I don't know. One of the fighters that I use, you ever see when I play on my video.
All right. So jiu-jitsu is a more of a grappling type martial art.
Like kickboxing too.
So a combination of kickboxing and jiu-jitsu? Sounds like a good martial arts combination. Thank you, brother. Have a good night. Blessing. So that's the first person I asked tonight. Let's see who else I'm gonna ask at random. Doing something we haven't done before. Just doing something I haven't done before. That is all. Let's see who I'm gonna ask at random. I know everybody. Yep. I know everybody. It doesn't seem fair. It seems biased. I gotta stop and see who I don't know to see if I could, pursue the question.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask this garbage man real quick. Hey, my brother, I'm live on YouTube. The camera's focused on me, not on you. I just want to ask if you like martial arts or if you ever studied martial arts before. ¿Qué tú hablas?
Español.
¿Te gustan las artes marciales o has entrenado en artes marciales algún tiempo?
Boxeo.
Nunca. Boxeo. All right, so I just bumped into a Dominican brother and he studied boxing. ¿Y qué es lo que te gustaba del boxeo?
No, aprenderlo.
Eso es lo que tú quieres. ¿Quieres aprender boxeo?
No, yo practiqué.
Tú practicaste. Oh, ok. Pero ¿qué es lo que más te gusta del boxeo?
No, yo nada más quería aprender para defenderme.
Yeah, that's the magic words. So he said he was interested in boxing because he was interested in learning how to defend himself. That's basically what it's all about. Gracias, mi hermano. Dios te bendiga. Pase buena noche. All right, so that's my second person. That's it. All right, brother. I'm going to tune in a few minutes, all right? Us.
Push. I'm back. That was like I saw at least anywhere between 40 to 50 cops right now. And I was only outside for what, maybe 10, 15 minutes at most. What time is it?
It's 10:40.
It's 10:40. Oh snap. I was outside for 30 minutes?
Yeah.
What? That long?
Yeah.
Well, I did something we haven't done before. So, just to, celebrate a new year in creativity. I something I never even thought about something like that before. I never, you know what? That's pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I might try to do that. Whenever I go to like Center City tomorrow,
Cool.
I think I might just try my hand in doing that, and and then I might just upload it on my YouTube channel. So
Yeah, man, that was pretty cool. And the people that I stopped at random, they understood the assignment. Like they didn't feel suspicious. They didn't feel like I was trying to set them up for the okie doke. Like they understood the assignment. They were like cool with it. But it's very important that you give people certain disclaimers. Because like I really had to tell them, like, listen, I'm live on YouTube. The camera's facing me, not you. You know what I'm saying? So just want to ask you a brief question. And that to them was a sigh of relief. Like, the camera's not on me. Okay, good.
yeah.
There's a lot of people that are camera shy. You'll be surprised. And people
I know.
be out dressed to impress, trying to look like a movie star, but are scared to go on camera. Unless they're taking a selfie. Oh, it's just weirdo.
Yeah.
Weird. How you not camera shy for yourself, but
Yeah, I know.
I think it's the same thing, man.
Yep.
Once you develop that confidence, like anybody that hears me on the show will know right away, like, all right, this is not his first time doing this. Like he's done this before. And I'm like,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
I've been a radio personality before. This is why I have that. I have, como decimos en español, por eso que yo tengo ese desarrollo. I have that clear development that if I need to, talk about something, it's not an issue for me. And that I got to thank, the experience that I learned through that. The experience that I, going down to the emisora downtown and seeing my cousin Rigo, reading off a newspaper, giving people the inside scoop of what's going on in San Pedro. But the way he's reading it off the newspaper, you would really think that he's actually just talking to you, that he's not dictating from a newspaper. It seemed like he was just talking to you normal.
Got you.
So today in San Pedro, this and this and this happened, and that, and this and that. And he would make it sound like if it was coming off the top of his dome. And it wasn't. He was reading all that.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. So I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot in San Pedro. Bro. I'm really happy to say that. I learned a lot in San Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Que viva.
Que viva.
Word, bro. And I don't know if I'm stressing this enough, but I'm very happy and blessed that my brother Blur pulled up today for the show.
Yep. I'm happy too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember telling you that I had a friend, and I've been trying to invite him, and here we are a year later. It's like, oh,
yeah.
He's like, yo, you know what? I have a few minutes to pull up. Let me pull up. I'm like, oh, awesome, bro. Thanks.
Yep.
Because he's I'm not gonna say he's heavy associated with the Wu-Tang, but he's associated with the Wu-Tang. He does projects with them and provides counseling. Sometimes may or may have not provided some music or music counseling of some sort. Because producer doesn't only mean that you push buttons. I'm saying producer also means that that you put concepts together. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't
Exactly.
have to be. It doesn't always have to be, you mixing the music. Just for the fact that you're telling them two strings up, two strings down, and that type of counseling is also called producing or composing, if you will.
Exactly.
So shout out to Agent Blur, aka Blurred Music, Blurred Noise, teacher, Shifu, music producer, chess player. Saying it's just the bombs keep falling down, like boom, 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 boom. Nothing but strong mindness everywhere. These are all characteristics of people with strong minds, people that play chess, people that do martial arts, saying people that are, teachers of any kind, people that are instructors of martial arts. That's all strong-minded stuff, not for the weak of heart.
Nope.
So that's what's going on for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I saw at least 50 cops downstairs, bro, and whatever period of time I was out there, I'm like, yo, what's going on? Why are they all out here like that?
Either they're just trying to keep the peace, so called, or
or maybe it's time to, or it was probably time for shift change. What time is it? It's about to be 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shift change. So everybody has to report back to their lockers and, take their uniforms off because they're not allowed to take it home.
Right.
Because, the difference between being military and a police, once again, did you know that an officer that's off duty is not necessarily allowed to arrest you?
I heard that.
It's
I heard
weird.
that I heard that somewhere through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Like I've heard that.
It's a weird concept, but it's a case that somebody won against the state. So they made it a bylaw somehow. I don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to tell me that this is the problem with me being militant. It doesn't matter if I'm on duty or off duty. My military mind is going to guide me to what I need to do. If I need to make an arrest for some reason, there's a reason for it. There's never going to be not a reason to do it. But to be told, oh, well, you were off duty, so you shouldn't have did it. That's bogus.
I mean, it's like, it's funny, but it's not, because there's a lot of stuff that there's certain people who are off duty, and I've heard this like in several occasions that off duty cop got hurt, and he wasn't really doing nothing, and then the persons or perpetrators of the crime get the same amount of years if they were to actually hurt somebody on duty. So it's just crazy.
Yeah, that's for real, man. It's just the problem is this. There's a lot of cops that they do a lot of wrong things while in uniform. And then when caught in the street out of uniform, of course they're gonna get spanked. So then when it gets called in, it's like, oh, this poor innocent cop got spanked. All right, get the inside scoop. Because that poor innocent cop probably did a few things he wasn't supposed to be doing.
And he reaped what he sowed. Either it was from the persons that he did it to, or it just came back around from somebody that because stuff like that will be will be happening to bad people, but yet people think that it doesn't happen. But then nobody knows the second story of what that person has done, because they're not really, because mainstream news casters are not going to really report it, so we would not really know.
So this is another reason why, if you're not in a small town, that's different. If you're in a small town, everybody knows each other, so that's different. But in the big city, this is why you're not allowed to serve as an officer in the same area where you live at. because they know that the people are going to come against you for whatever XYZ reason. Because you're a good guy to the good guys, but you're a bad guy to the bad guys. So here comes the conflict of interest, right?
Exactly.
And that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how every cop that ever gets honored in a different borough. Oh, there's this school that has this cop's name or picture or whatever. Where's that person from? Oh, from Queens. Why are they honoring him in the Bronx? Oh, this is where he served at. Wow.
Yep.
So he gets no respect where he's from? That's bad.
I mean, but then if you really look at it, right? It's like where the person might live at or whatsoever. Certain people may not even know that person was a cop.
Right. At all.
Yeah.
Except when, like most of them, they mention it at a private event because they felt hurt in some kind of way and they felt like expressing themselves. So before expressing themselves, they expressed that they were a cop. Now everybody's like, okay, and?
I mean, for example, take one of my best friends, right? We've been through thick and thin whatsoever as far as the streets. A lot of people didn't know that his father was a cop. And, there was certain stuff that he dodged because of it. So one thing which is certain that his father was like so revolutionary is that he actually saved a lot of kids who were being trafficked, if you know what I mean. And they said, and this is what a person told me who's actually was in law enforcement. That's the FBI and all other cops still studied his technique on how he saved those kids. That's how revolutionary my friend's father was.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And he was Hispanic too.
There you go.
Yep.
What's normal to us of what we do in our country is an amazement for them. He probably did something any regular firefighter, any regular citizen would have did over there. But because people here are they're more keyboard warriors and mouth murderers than they are actually people of action.
Yep.
People are quick over here to threaten you and say that they're gonna do this or do that. I'm like, yo, why are you being a keyboard warrior? Like, what's up with you? Are you getting paid to do this? Because you're doing too much. You might as well get a salary for it.
Yeah.
That's what I be telling people that want to fight with me over dumb stuff.
Yep. I mean, you have certain people that they want to dox and they think that they got power now or whatsoever.
I mean, he take his cap from me.
I mean, they don't really have power. And the more that you ignore them, they know how powerless they are.
Oh man. They be feeling disrespected some kind of way and they want to act like they're the mayor of the city or something. And I'm a man, you're not the mayor of the city. Like, you still have to abide by laws as well. So don't think that you're just going to come and, take your best shot at me and think that I'm not going to do what I need to do. You're going to know before I see the judge who I am. You're going to feel it.
Yep.
Like, I'm not playing that, especially when I'm not doing nothing. I consider myself a new person. I am not someone that I don't live the way I used to live. So I'm not walking around the streets committing crimes and doing this and doing that. For any officer to feel like he has the right to push his authority on me and try to create an outcome. You want to make a movie, I'm gonna make sure you're the star of the show.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna make sure you're the star of the show, but I'm gonna be the star of the show too if somebody catches it on World Star.
Yep.
The two situations that I had with the cops, one happened on the corner of the entrance of a highway, and the other one happened inside a project hallway. So nobody really had the time to grab a cell phone and, put it up. I'm saying, so if something happens in the street, I hope someone pulls out a cell phone and puts it up, because training is important and it's essential. And they stopped most of the programming and training that they used to give.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not ready to take upon certain things. I'm not going to say exactly what styles of stuff they're not ready for.
Right.
There's things that they're not ready for. Yeah, they know some stuff, but who's to say that they're going to be able to perform that stuff if I don't let them?
Yeah.
It's a counter to everything. Yeah, some moves are obsolete, but most moves is because it's full commitment. So if you're full commitment trying to grab me and forcing your weight down, I'm going to full commitment let you grab me and then slip and let you go all the way down. And once you eat that floor that you think about it, when you're done thinking about it and look up, I'm gone.
Right.
You're gonna be like that dog and that Bugs Bunny cartoon. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? That way.
I know, right?
Thanks a lot, George. Thanks a lot. One time, these are testimonies of who I used to be. Nothing related to anything that I've done in the last 5 years or 10 years, nothing like that. Like I said, I've been a new person for quite a while. Many years ago, I was in the projects, sitting down on the staircase. I had a toaster in my vest, and I was just sitting in the steps, not per se minding my business because I was smoking and drinking with some people, but because the other person was making so much noise, I couldn't hear when the cops came in, which is what bothers me sometimes when people have radios and they want to play loud music. Bro, if you're in the staircase, you can't be playing loud music because it's going to sound even louder.
Yep.
So anyway, the cops come in. They're coming up the steps. This lady cop sees me and says, "Hey, what you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I live right here, so I'm just going to go inside my apartment." When I try to go, she grabbed my hand. But in the way
Pete? Hello? Hello? Let me check.
Yeah, so my laptop died on me.
All right.
Nothing new there. Right. I even forgot where I was.
Now you were talking about that you was in the stairs and then and then the cop went up and grabbed you in such a way, and then you just cut off.
She tried to grab my hand, and the way she grabbed my hand, I literally slipped my hand to the side, and it was a simple let go. And she looked at me like, wait a minute, like, where'd you learn that at? But while she's thinking that, I paced inside the house. So I was able to pace inside the house, put the PlayStation down, and then come back out and be like, what's going on? Oh, why were you in such a hurry? I said I had to use the bathroom. You can't tell me no because I went straight to the bathroom. So they were like, "Oh, we thought you were trying to run because you had something." I'm like, "Nah, I had to use the bathroom, and I wasn't gonna just let you grab my hand and then me pee my pants in front of you. Like, what kind of gentleman does that?" So then she starts laughing, and the dude that's with her is like, "Oh, this is not funny. That's a felony." I said, "What's a felony? Running from the police is a felony? I don't think so." And I wasn't running from you guys. I was running for my health and safety, for my health. I needed to use the bathroom. I was running for me, not for you. All right, we're going to leave it at that. But if you ever try that again, we're going to book you. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But the way she tried to grab me, like, she tried to grab me to be able to flip me around and do the chicken wing. But when I noticed that that's what she was trying to do, I literally slipped my hand through the bottom of her wrist and popped out. And she was like, "Wait, what?" But while she was fathoming the moment, I was out.
I hear you.
I was out. I ran in, went right to the room, through the PlayStation remote into the closet, went into the bathroom just in case if they opened the door. And my one of my stepkids at the moment was there, and he opened the door for them. He said, "Oh, where's the man that was da da da?" And I said, "Oh, I'm coming out right now. I'm in the bathroom." And that's basically how I broke it down to them. I said, "I wasn't running for you. I was running for me. I had to use the bathroom." What kind of gentleman would I be if I just let y'all grab my hand and I use the bathroom on myself? Like, that don't make no sense to me.
Right.
Oh, most people do that and then try to hit us with a lawsuit. I'm like, nah, I don't got time for that. I don't want to feel no warm pee on my leg or none of that. I'm good. I don't have no mental breakdown of that kind. I'd rather run to the bathroom and then deal with consequences later. And he was like, "Listen, don't do that again, or we're gonna book you." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." But they had to leave me alone.
Right.
Just off the strength of my word, they just had to leave me alone. So it is what it is.
I mean, I could tell you times that I've ducked the police in the Bronx. Every Friday when it was Morrison and Soundview, like 1 o'clock and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
Those jackals was looking at you to try to set you up.
Oh yeah.
So every Friday that I had a chance before the bus went up and just nicked on time, what I did was I went up and I got the Dominican cabbie. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going home."
That's wild.
You ain't gonna catch me, coppers. And I know,
Gotta catch them.
and the most people that they went up and they did it to was people that didn't speak any English, whether they either were African or Mexican or Central American, or people that they saw that they was coming home from work. They snatch up and they just try to say, "Hey, look what we got here," and then try to plant something on them. Yeah, the okey doke.
The okie dokie.
Yep.
Yeah. This is the reason. This is the reason why at one point a lot of cops were also getting set up in the street.
Yep.
Because of the way they were setting people up to take them to jail, not knowing that those people had friends and family outside that were ready to take care of the deed. This is why This is why I tell everybody, man, let's just respect each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, all that disrespectfulness and, talking down on people or, trying to set people up. Like, let's cut that out because when that comes back for you, it's not going to be pretty.
Not at all.
It's not going to be pretty, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll be like, oh, what happened to that person? Or like that song, what happened to that dude?
What
I'm
happened
like,
to that boy?
what happened to that boy? I don't know, man.
Pretty much.
Probably something that he did, man.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. Andunbroski Ambroskacha.
Mm-hmm.
Don't necessarily know what I just said right now, but I'm infamous for sometimes just speaking something random, and it's a language, but it's not necessarily something I know.
Yo, I know.
Listen, I have a friend that if I call him right now, we start talking, and you swear to God that we're talking German, some type of Dutch. You know what I'm saying? Because we start saying stuff that we've been saying for a long time. Un Ashkan, Bulinksigan. Un Askensputzen. Andus Burgenbein. And then people be looking
Yeah,
at us in the street like, where are these two people from?
yeah. Like my sister will be doing that too with her best friend. So
Are they talking pig Latin or are they speaking Heringosa?
Yeah, that. I once learned pig Latin, but I was like, this is boring. I rather learn the real one instead.
I mean, listen, any language at all, it doesn't matter if it's a partial language.
Right.
There's always an advantage to knowing how to express something without not everybody understanding what you're saying, but the certain people that you need to hit.
Yep.
So yeah, the eating out and earning way is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to know because then people only the people that know, and everyone else is just in the dark.
Pretty much.
Oh man. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I've had a long couple of days.
I hear you.
Waking up early,
Yep.
dealing with, the pregnancy pains and, dealing with her and then going to bed late,
Yep.
especially when she's not going to go in. If she doesn't go in, she normally goes to bed early, but if she's feeling pain, she won't. She really just won't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very hard to sleep when she's going through her pains and stuff because it's not like she's talking nice.
Right.
And it doesn't matter who's listening, she's just talking at a regular level. Like if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it's 12 o'clock at night. It's like, why are you talking like it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon? It's 12 o'clock at night. Everybody else is sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm like, wow. Come on, respect your neighbors.
Right.
But that's
I'll be
just
like,
me.
yeah.
That's just me. I know people. I know people that at 12 o'clock is when they start to blast their radio. I'm like, what happened? I just came home from work. I'm like, yeah. There's other people that are going to bed to go to work, and you're disturbing their rest.
Yep.
So when when I'm resting, that I came home. When I'm resting to go to work, they come home from work and bother me. I'm like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? But we need to start respecting each other. You don't stop paying off with bad because someone else paid you off with bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they say do it, pay it forward, they mean pay forward the good deeds, not the bad deeds.
Right.
A lot of people are paying it forward, but it's all the bad deeds. Come on, man, wake up.
Right.
Don't pay forward the bad deeds. Pay forward the good deeds.
Mm-hmm.
And then they want to know why karma's checking them so hard.
Exactly.
That you forgot what you did last time, bro?
Yep.
What you mean? You know what I mean. Now, do you understand what I mean? That is
Exactly.
the question. Yeah, man. But brother, I'm gonna bow out for the night.
I hear you, man.
And like always, it's an honor being here, being
Of
able
course.
to participate and help the people out, talk about a few things.
Yep.
Shout out to Blur for pulling up.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to everyone that sent out shout outs to Instagram. Shout out everyone that pulled up on the YouTube. Remember to hit the like, leave a comment, leave a question, man. Remember to interact with us, and we'll interact with you. All right.
Yep.
Blessings to everyone. You know my
Mm-hmm.
motto: stay woke, stay safe, stay vigilant, never stop practicing, always keep training. Blessings.
Yep.
Have a good night, everyone.
Us.
Us.
Us. All right. Well, that's all, folks. Check us for a comedic Thursday where we're going to talk about Poopgate and the people that actually made the cut for Poopgate. Shout out to everybody that was watching. Shout out to the aggressive gang. I'm the aggressive Dominican, aka Don Armando. So with all that, peace.